Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm doing a little something different today. I have today off from work, so I decided to get outside, come take some pictures. I'm in some random spot that I used to come to. I used to go to different spots where I am right now to take pictures last year in the summertime. I think that's when I got into K-pop and I started doing remixes of songs, and I did like little photo shoots. So I wanted to get back into it because it's been a hot minute since I've done a photo shoot and actually paid attention to it and actually like put a lot more effort into it. But I don't know, it's weird. Like I still like I'm sitting here right now, I'm like kind of getting some flashbacks of like emotions and like some tough times I was going through last year, and how much I was in a good spot where I wasn't really in a good spot last year, but through doing these photo shoots and remixes of songs, I was having a lot more fun, being more creative, and just kind of branching out of like my shell. But then during like summertime, like late May, June, I went through some rough times. I was away for maybe a week. I was trying to get better. I was just trying to work on my mental health. And after a week, I kind of like did a lot of like processing and figuring out where I was supposed to be in life and like why did I go through what I had to go through. And I used to come to all these different spots, sometimes not in this area, but in like somewhere else, like another park or somewhere there was a lot of trees, there was nature. And I was just like, let me just take some pictures. And yeah, I just kind of find it so interesting that like I'm back here and in a whole different mindset and a whole different like thing. It just feels really different, and I'm trying to just wrap up this video because there's people walking down this hill, so I'm gonna stop for a second. It's funny how even if I come back here, then and a year ago I was in a whole dark place, and now I'm back here into a whole different light. I'm still a little nervous when I make these videos, especially out in public or take these pictures, because I'm comfortable with myself, but at the same time, it's weird to be in public and like when there's people around, but there's not a lot of people around. But when there's people around in this area, it's kind of like, all right, like, do I look like a weirdo talking to my phone and taking pictures? But I don't know, it just feels good to like come here and to like remind myself like how far I came from last year and through the dark times I was going through, and how much I've grown since then. It says a lot about my inner strength and my passion for like life and just to make the best of each day. Sorry, I'm just keep looking around just in case there's anything else coming, but just in case. I'm here. I used to come to this spot a lot in the past, even before when I was taking pictures. I don't know, it was kind of like a nice place to come to walk around and just like sometimes I would bring my music, listen to my headphones, or I just would walk around and play on my phone, or sometimes I would just walk in silence and just be among nature. I don't know if you hear the birds and you hear the crickets and what you hear nature, and it just feels good to like kind of get outside and not like go to like a mall or like a store or a restaurant or something like that. It's just to kind of get back into like where we all started from, when buildings weren't here, it was all nature, and it was like just pretty much reconnecting to nature. And it just feels good because I mean it's sitting here and listening to the birds and everything else. It kind of just brings me back to like me, coming here when I was stressed, or coming here when I was having a hard time during whatever situation I had in my life, and just kind of like processing it and just kind of going through the emotions and just reminding myself, hey, like, there's a reason why you're going through this situation, there's a reason why you're feeling these emotions. And it feels good because I don't know, like I don't know. I feel like I neglect this place a lot and I haven't been here in a long time. I feel like I keep telling myself I don't have enough time to go walk around here and, walk around the nature, trails and stuff like that. But, it's good to at least once in a while try to get out here and just kind of reconnect to yourself and like reconnect to your soul and stuff like that. Just to remind yourself, like, you're not only here to, wake up, go to job, and just kind of push through it and make the best of your life. Is that sometimes you can stop and reconnect with yourself, and it's okay to, because sometimes it's okay not to be okay, because we all, of human beings, we're all struggling. Like, we don't know everyone's struggle because we have our own struggles, but if we're not struggling, we're not being human, if that makes any sense. Like, if you're not going through situations, or you're not going through hard times, how are you going to learn about, how strong you are, how what life is about, and like all this different stuff. Like, it's just it's a really hard subject to talk about, especially when people, like, are going through hard times. Like, there's some people just like, no, F you, like, I don't care, like, I'm just gonna do my own thing. But like, I don't know why I'm going through this, and it's just like me. And I understand that, like, it sucks to not know why you're going through what you're going through, but there's always a reason for what you're going through in life and what you're going to learn from it. Like, I think now, from what I learned from last year of what the situation I was going through, I was meant to go through it because it taught me that I was being selfish. I was being pointing the fingers at other people when I wasn't taking responsibility for what I was doing. I wasn't owning up to my responsibilities, my actions, and stuff like that. And after going through the process of getting better and realizing that, like, I was being a selfless little brat. Like, I have to say that I was being yeah, I was being a brat, and I wasn't taking full responsibility for my actions. And I see that now, and I wish I could take it back, but at the same time, I wish I can't take it back, because what I learned from what I've learned, what I was going through, is that I'm much stronger when I'm by myself, when I'm taking responsibility for myself, and, just doing what I have to do, and still making my dreams happen, and still, being passionate about things, about what I'm into, like K-pop, Korean, and just food in general. Just like, I haven't lost that flare of passion anymore. Like, I think it's been more turned up, because now I'm seeing that, like, this the loneliness that I was going through in life was a part of me to learn that, like, sometimes you have to make things happen by yourself, because sometimes when you do it by yourself, it shows you that you have more strength than finding like support from others. Like, you have your family, your friends, and all that stuff. And like, I thank my family for help, like, for being supportive for everything I've done and doing right now. But at the end of the day, like, I'm more proud of myself that I support myself on my own. And I learned a lot from just being myself, and just realizing that, like, I took the actions of changing my life, even though I had to go through probably the darkest time in my life, to realize that. Like, the strength that I gained from what I went through definitely makes up from the 36 years of the life of all the years that I've lived for 36 years, and how much I learned more then. I learned more now than what I learned when I was a kid or a teenager. Like, it feels good to know that, like, I'm still here, I'm still pushing forward, and I'm, happy with my life, happy where I am. And there's in some days where I can just get out here or go somewhere and just relax, and not, like, beat myself up about if I'm, like, saying, like, oh, I'm not, like, I'm off today and I'm not doing anything, like, I'm being lazy. Like, I don't consider that. Like, I don't consider this laziness. Like, if I went home and I was watching TV and just relaxed and went for a walk later, like, I don't consider that laziness. Like, I know there's some people who would think, oh, like, you gotta do some things on your day off. You gotta do your laundry, clean the house, and do that. Like, I can do that throughout the day, but I'm not gonna beat myself up if I don't get it done, because I know that being alive for today is a lot more rewarding than the things that I would be doing today, if that makes any sense. But this was going to be a photo shoot, but now it just turned into a pep talk. So you know what? I'm just going to keep going. I'll take some pictures. If you can see the little background here, I have a little, like, this is where I used to go, probably when, like, last year. And then I remember years ago when I used to go with my cousin. He was a photography major in college, so he would always be like, "Oh, let's go here, let's do this, and, let's take some pictures," and I've yet to get those pictures, but you know what? That's another subject that we'll get into, but, he's a good photographer, still is. I remember actually behind me, I if you can see, like, kinda towards the river, I remember let's see, I remember it was during the winter time. I had, like, I don't know what it was like an outfit, and then he, like, put, like, plastic bags around my we put plastic bags around my legs, like, multiple of them, and I wore, like, extra, like, socks and boots, and I was in the middle of the river, and he was taking pictures of me, and I remember that was 2010? Yeah, that was a long time ago, but it was fun because, I don't know, like, it was as much as it was, like, going during the winter time, and it was cold, and it wasn't, like, my cup of tea back then. Like, I can see now that I would have fun doing it, possibly, maybe. I probably would be more aggravated to be in the cold, but I remember there was a time where this whole area, like, if I could show you, like, this whole area around here, there's a lot more there's a whole it's a whole big forest and wood. It's a reservation, and I remember it was, really it was, like, after a bad snowstorm. I think it was 2008 or 2009, I can remember. Um, we were bundled up, extra layers, and we had, like, extra socks, and just kinda, like, making ourselves warm, but, like, as you're younger, you kinda feel like you're always warm, and you kinda, like, have that adrenaline kicking in. Like, now I would be like, "F this, I'm not doing this ever again." A lot of pictures came out great. I remember there was a picture of me sitting on, like, on a log, and I had, like, my hoodie up, and I had a hat on, and I had a snowball, and I threw up in the air, and, like, it captured, like, the snowball and the snowfall, like, the loose snow falling. It was really cool. Like, I don't know, like, I just really love this place, and another person's coming, and I have to stop talking. Yeah, I'm sorry. I still can't talk in public. I mean, it's good to interact with people, and I have fun with that, but, like, it's just kind of like, I know if I, like, kept the video playing and me trying to talk, I would freeze up, like, "No, I'm good." But, sometimes it's good even to come out here too and, like, see people walk by and, like, they're in a good mood, and, like, just, like, knowing that, like, they're amongst nature outside and just, like, feeling the energy of everything. It just feels good, like, to just be here, and, like, I just remember years and years ago, I just come here constantly. I remember a couple times where I would get lost, and it was weird. Like, I would get lost, but somehow find my way back to my car and to where I was parked. But there was one time, I think it's a couple times, I remember I was parked somewhere, and I walked a little further than I was supposed to walk, and I remember it was getting dark, and I was I was I was lucky enough where I could able to get like, the path into, like, an actual highway. So I remember walking to my car, it's getting dark, pitch black, and I'm like, "Oh my god," like, I can either get hit by a car, or someone can come out and kill me, or an animal can attack me. I had some scary moments in this place, but it wasn't like I was scared of the situations that could happen. It was more of, like, the fear of the unknown, of, like, when the darkness comes in, you just don't know what's out there. And knowing me, I'm like a supernatural, like, person that I love supernatural stuff. So I'm like, "Oh my god, like, what if, like, a creature from, like, somewhere else came out of nowhere, or the aliens came down?" Like, I thought way too much into those, like, situations, but I had a lot of fun because I have a really big imagination. Like, I always like walking through these woods, and I'm like, what if I, like, came across of, like, a person, or, like, like, something magical or something like that, or, like, the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland or something like that, and, like, that kind of stuff, like, that helps me, like, my creativity side to come out, because I mean, I've always had a vivid imagination when I was younger, and now I have a little bit more, but it's kind of, like, more elaborate, kind of. But I just remember, like, walking through these woods in the past and just, like, coming up with scenarios in my head, like, oh, like, like, the White Rabbit, or, like, a Sailor Moon situation, or Captain Planet, or, like, certain things, like, you when you watch a lot of fantasy movies and you watch a lot of, like, you read a lot of fantasy books when you're younger, you kind of like your mind starts to go, and it gives like a nice, like, a good visual in your head, and it's like a good reminder to like remind yourself, like, the life you're living right now, you can still like look beyond the curtain, like, in the Wizard of Oz at the end, where don't look behind the curtain. It's like that's just like society telling you, like, don't look past your what you see now, because you can, what you see beyond there is unknown. But the thing is, the unknown is a lot more interesting to find, because you can make a lot of things from the unknown. I mean, if you look through the past, look at K-pop and look at like all these different stuff of like how they would say like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, but then the groups would do it, and all of a sudden they like became popular, and then they kind of like revolutionize what K-pop meant, and it was like a different vibe, and then that's how it grew to be what it is now. And I guess that's what I see about life. Like, if you don't look past the curtain, then you're not going past your limits. Like, you're not looking, like they say the sky is a limit. Like, the sky shouldn't be the limit. There's no limit to anything, because anything's possible. If you have your mind, you have a dream, you have a vision, you have the imagination, like, go for it. Like, nothing should stop you. And I know a lot of people like have like situations and people in their lives, and like people like family and friends who like are really like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, like, don't do it, like, you're just gonna mess up, blah blah. Those people who say that are the ones who haven't like they tried for what they wanted to do, but they never succeeded, and they got the same actual advice from other people. That's why they want to put that on you, because they don't want to see you succeed, because they didn't succeed themselves. But I don't want to say don't take pity on them and don't like get revenge on them or get mad with them. It's hard enough for an actual human being to like do what they want to do without doubt in their head. So like it's not it's like just like kind of like be a normal person with people who are like that. Like, be respectful, because at the end of the day, if you get angry or you try to take advantage of them, or you kind of like do something out of revenge, you're going to get that karma back. So like, let them work out their karma by themselves, but still kind of be like, okay, like, I'll be respectful towards you. And like, I know it's really hard nowadays, especially in America, for people to be respectful to others, because it's really hard, because everyone demands respect within like the first actual introduction meeting of, when you meet someone. But I respect everyone as much as I can. Like, I don't even like disrespect someone if they disrespect me. Like, I give the energy that you're giving out. So if you're giving like 60% of your energy, I'll give you 60% of my energy. I'm not giving you 100. I'm not giving you less. I'm gonna match up your energy. Like, I'm just like, if that's what you want to give off to me, and kind of like, kind of like give like 30% of your energy and all that kind of stuff, I'll match up the energy. I'm like, I don't know if this, like, I know I should have picked like a more sunnier side of the video of this place, but you know what, I don't care. You can still see me, you can still hear me, I hope you can. But like, I choose to not get revenge anymore. I choose not to stress out. I choose not to like, think of scenarios in my head of like, what if I did this, what will happen? Or, oh my God, I did this, like, how is this gonna like result in the future? Like, I kind of just choose to not worry about the future and not relive the past. I live in the moment. Like, right now, I'm living in the moment by sitting here talking to you guys, just enjoying the weather, enjoying nature, and just listening to nature sounds, and just enjoying myself. Like, it's not like, it's just, it took me a long time to actually get where I am now, because I was when I was younger, even last year, from last year till after, like, before that, I was a kid that like grew up that we had to worry about the future, and we had to make sure we are like set up for the future, and like, we had to be working and take responsibility. And I'm not saying that my childhood is what made me who I was last year, but it helped me realize that like, at the end of the day, like, maybe it's good to have that kind of mindset of worrying about certain things in life, but then not letting it take control over you. So, like, what I went through last year and how I, had that week of fixing my mental health and coming back into society and just thinking, like, what's the worst thing that could happen now? Like, I think that I've been through the worst situation when I had to get better. So I think of that time whenever, like, something like stressful. I don't really stress as much, but when something stress comes up, I kind of remind myself, like, okay, like, what is happening is not the worst thing that's happened or is happening now, because there's a lot more worse things that happen in your life that you came out of with a clear head and more of a different mindset. Like, I feel honored that I went through what I had to go through last year, and I feel good that what I came out of and what I learned from it, like, just not stressing, being proud of myself no matter what I was doing, something small, big, like, knowing that the future is unpredictable. Is that the word? Or yeah, it's very unpredictable. So what I can worry about, what not worry or plan something what I'm gonna do in the future, like say, like, I want to go to Korea, or I want to go on vacation. Like, maybe during that time the future does change and changes the path of what you go through. So I don't like to worry about the future because it's in constantly changing every single day. So I kind of just go through, like, the emotions, the moment of, like, I'm waking up. Okay, that's one thing I'm glad about. I'll open my eyes. I can move my body. I can think. My heart's beating. I'm happy about that. And then, like, it's just like how I carry on the day, like, okay, I'll make breakfast and, let's watch some TV. All right, let's get ready for work. And, like, that's how I live each day, is that, like, if I can wake up alive and still functional, I'm happy. Like, that makes my life and my whole mindset changed from last year, because I would remember I would try to, like, if I had to work at 6 in the morning, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to go to bed at 9. I'm going to, I have 10, 11, 12, 1, I have 7 hours of sleep. But then, like, worrying about how much sleep I was going to get was causing me not to sleep. And then me waking up miserable, trying to go to work, and, like, just not being happy to do what I was doing. And I was worrying about, if I go to work, am I going to do something wrong? Or if, what is there at work? Is there going to be more work for me? Or someone's going to call out? And it just constantly just spiraled and spiraled throughout the entire year. And then now I'm just like, okay, I'm alive. I can wake up. Let me go feed the birds. That's just my morning ritual. I feed the birds every morning, and have my coffee. Depends if I had to wake up in the morning, go to work at 6, and I gotta stop talking because there's someone here. Got so sorry, I got sidetracked. I don't know, I just feel so nervous talking around when people are walking. So, like, even today, I was in my room and I was like, oh, I'm picking an outfit out for my photo shoot. But clearly I've been talking for about a good long time, 10 minutes of each video. This might be a long video, but like I said, the future changed. So, like, I was gonna come here and take some pictures, but now I actually sat here and I'm talking to you, just having a little pep talk with you guys, and maybe I'll just do pictures afterwards. See, like, that's what I like about my mindset now, and what I've, like, kind of overcame since last year, and what I learned about how much uncontrol we have of what life is going to show us. And, like, you just have to, like, going with the flow is a lot more easier than trying to plan things out. And I know there's a lot of people out there who, like, are, like, neat freaks, and they have to plan things out, they have everything organized and proper, but that's just going to make it more stressful, because things don't go as the way things don't happen the way you want it to happen. But at the same time, planning things out is like, what's a good, like, metaphor for this one? Like, I like to do metaphors, but planning things out is more of like, and then the stress of it is like kind of worrying if, like, people are going to come to your birthday party. I don't know, that's a good metaphor with that one, but, like, planning it out and being like, okay, let me invite X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. And then worrying about people not showing up, or, like, them being late and stuff like that. It's just like, it's kind of like that. Like the more you try to organize, the more stress it's gonna get you. And like, I know I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong to be organized, but I'm just saying that like sometimes the impulsiveness of being like I know this is really hard for people like with OCD and like ADHD and all that stuff. Like I understand like there's nothing wrong of like with that, but like the people like you don't have that and they just stress over the smallest thing, it's just like it's just gonna kill you more faster. Like there's no disease that's gonna kill you faster than stress. Like I believe that in a heartbeat. Like I was so stressful last year that I was getting sick, I was depressed, and just a lot of things happened that I was just really like not in the right mindset, and I just was really contemplating a lot of things in life. And I realized that now that like those things I was stressing about was so pointless. Like, and then now that like I worked on myself and worked on like relationships with my family and like with like work situations and going to the gym and like all these other things, like I don't consider myself a failure of what I went through. I consider more of myself as not even a winner, more of like as of a survivor. And like I feel like what I had to go through last year kind of tops when I was diagnosed with diabetes. Like I feel like what I went through last year was a lot more scary and a lot more very an eye opener for me than me being diagnosed with diabetes back in 2000. Like I've 25 years of having diabetes and I'm still learning things, and I still don't have it down pat. Like I still like I can't, like my body changes, and sometimes you can't predict your blood sugar. Like yeah, like I came here with some Swedish fish, and I hate that. That was the second time this guy walked by. Again, I don't mind, but yeah, so I came here with some Swedish fish just in case my blood sugar went low. I was 300 before I left my house because I was 58 when I woke up, and then I had something to eat. Didn't really give any insulin because I was like, let me just get my blood sugar up. So I was like, oh, this would be a perfect time, go to the nature and the trails and just walk a little bit. Knowing my blood sugar might drop a little bit, but I don't know how much. But I decided to bring it just in case and just kind of snack on it. So that's like another thing that like I'm still learning how my body works of like my blood sugar, and it's been like 25 years and I've been trying to figure that out in my life. But yeah, I think I talked a little too much in this video. Well, actually the videos I've made. But I just kind of like got sidetracked. Like I was supposed to do a introduction of these, like a photo shoot, but like, hey, like I'm here to take some pictures, and you're gonna hear my remix song that I made, which you'll hear probably in the next video because I'll make another video which will be a slideshow of the different pictures I took here today. But I just want to say thank you so much for just watching my video and just listening to me. I tend to ramble on. I tend to like my mind works constantly and it never like stays put in one topic, or I'll want to do something and I do something else. Like that's been my mind and how I've been doing like my whole life for since forever. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Like I hope that you like had a lot of insight of like what you can do in your life and how strong you are. And I'm here for you guys. Like I'm here to support you. I know this is not another reaction video to another second generation K-pop group, but I wanted to come on here and just kind of show you a different side of me instead of the reaction videos I do. I haven't really done like a talking video in a long time. Maybe the last one I did was July of last year. I think I was doing one for when I kind of like was saying like I saw ITZY in concert last year in June, and how I appreciated them, seeing them in concert and just experience it. It was a lot of fun, but I haven't done like a sit down video where like I talked about like life in general, and I haven't like did a life update because it's just like life gets in the way and like you just get busy. And I'm not saying like it's an excuse for me, but at the same time it feels good to come back here and like kind of get like sidetracked. What I really wanted to do was come here and just do an introduction to a video and take some pictures and just enjoy my little time in nature. But I kind of feel happy and honored that I can sit down and talk to you guys and just kind of share what's going on, and like how life has changed, and how like my mindset has changed, and how stronger I feel physically, mentally, and spiritually. Like I just feel a whole different person, and like I'm really quite honored that I still stick to with this YouTube channel. Like I didn't stop it. Like, yeah, I did stop in between certain times where I was doing remixes and photo shoots, and then I just started doing reaction videos, and then I was doing fitness a couple years ago, and then I was doing like talking videos, and like still had it, but I didn't delete it. So I'm kind of happy that I still kept it. And I'm like happy that you guys are following along whatever video that I put on, and I appreciate you guys coming on here and being respectful in the comment section. Like I always tell you guys, all negative comments in the comment section will be deleted. I don't need any negativity, and I know there's going to be someone who's going to write something negative, but I'm going to delete it right away. And I'm not here for any negativity. Like I'm here to spread awareness of like how great life is, as much as it sucks to certain people. Like as long as you're alive, you get to experience things, and like you learn from your experiences and your situations, and you gain strength in them. Like it's not it's I don't want to it's hard for a lot of people out there, and I agree, but that builds more character for people than people who say they don't go through something and they have something always handed to them on a silver platter. Like those people are not learning a lot about life. They're learning more about like what they can obtain. What they're getting is not what what they're giving is nothing. And what they're getting is just like, okay, let me take advantage of it. But I'm not saying all people are like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that people who get things handed to them for free, or handed to them like just like in a silver platter, it's just like they either look at it as if like, okay, like I got everything, I'm the most powerful person in the world, and nothing can stop me, blah blah. Or there's people who are humble about it and either share it with others, or they are like not flashy about it. Like I know I had a girl in high school who I did not know she was really rich. Her family was really rich. She would come in like not like super decked out, but like kind of like loose clothes, and like kind of like not dirty clothes, but like kind of like hand-me-downs. But like I guess she didn't want to portray what her family has given her or what her family is, so she wanted to just be herself. And she was the sweetest girl. She was a smart person, very sweet. And I thought she was a good person, but I did not know her family was super rich. But she was very humble about things, and her personality was just very kind and very nice. She was nice to everyone. So it goes to show you that sometimes people that have a lot don't like to show they like to show less. It's like that kind of like if you ever see that, like I don't know if it's drawing or picture, and it's like an elder man, like a homeless older man and a little girl, and the little girl is given a flower, and then in the shadows in the background you'll see like angel wings on the guy, and then you'll see the devils, like it would see like a devil like on the girl. And it kind of plays with your mind thinking like, okay, like, oh, this person is homeless, who's like dirty, and like he must be evil, he must have done something bad to get where he is. And then you see the little girl who's like the innocent and the happy-go-lucky person, to show you that like not all innocent is always like perfect or pure. Like there's a lot of people out there who put on a fake smile, but they're really evil in real life. Like you don't know. So that's what it kind of like it kind of makes sense in some way. If it doesn't, let me know. But that's just how I kind of like pictured like interacting with people. Like I don't see what I see. I don't like see the shadows. I don't see them in person. I go off by energy, and like that's my biggest clue of like how I read people. Like energy speaks louder than like words and thoughts and stuff like that. When you feel the energy is not right, I'm like, okay, like I'll be nice, but I'm not gonna, like, dive deep into it. But, like, if I feel your energy's good, like, I know that, like, I can, like, I don't wanna say trust you, but, like, I know that I can be more open up with you. But, like, that's how I read people nowadays. Like, if your energy doesn't match my energy, and then, I'm not putting you in my life, like, I'm just gonna keep you on the sideline, but still have you there just in case something comes up or you need me or something like that. But I'm not gonna bend over backwards for you. Like, even for the people who have good energy, like, there's a certain limit that you can help people out, but then there's a certain limit where the person takes advantage of it. So I've also learned how to put my foot down with some people in my life, and I don't feel bad to, like, say, like, "No, like, I'm not helping you out anymore. I did all I can do. This is what I need to do. I need to focus on what I'm doing in my life, and you just need to you have to worry about your own life, as, like, I wish I can help you out more, but you're taking advantage of it, and I don't like it." So, yeah, so that was gonna be a long video of me talking, and I apologize for that, but at the same time, I don't apologize for that, because this is me, and this is how my mind works, and how I like to just, like, portray, and how, yeah, I don't fucking have to stop these videos, damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna end this video right now because it's gonna be about 30-minute video of me talking. So I apologize for that. But I just want to say thank you so much for all you guys following along on this journey of mine, and watching this video and watching my other videos, and just kind of being really nice and being respectful in the comment section. And I just hope you guys realize that you're more stronger than you think, and that, if you ever need someone to talk to, like, reach out to either your friends or family, or if you want to talk to me, like, I'm here for you guys. Like, I want you to feel like welcome to, like, come to me if you have a problem. But, like, I can't be a therapist, but I'll be that listening ear for you guys, and I want to help you guys out, because I'm here to make these videos to show that, we're all stronger than we all think, and that we can overcome all these obstacles that we have in our lives. And, we're not alone. Like, I'm here for you guys, and I hope you guys are here for me. But at the end of the day, I love you guys so much. I appreciate all you guys coming to my videos, and just sharing all the information and comments that you've been doing. It just feels really good that I know I have a good community with you guys. And yeah, I'm just gonna end this video, and I'm gonna actually start taking pictures, and then I'm gonna make a little slideshow. So that was a lot of fun. See you later. Love you guys.